to see you, everyone. Happy Friday and welcome to Friday Morning Refresh. My name is Caitlin Brune, and for those of you new to this space, I have the great joy and privilege of serving as Northern California Grantmaker Senior Fellow this year. And in that capacity, to bring forward programming that really supports us to connect the inner work of social change and the work that we do out in the world. And I'm holding this space with support from my colleagues at Southern California Grantmakers, Monica Banks, our Zoom and disc jockey, and Cameron Green. And we're also joined in this space by Carlos Medina and the folks at San Diego Catalyst. I want to uplift Cameron's work through the Evolve program at Southern California Grantmakers to similarly bring forward the importance of all the emotional intelligence related components to how we do our work in the world. So Friday Morning Refresh is really a come as you are space and a time for us to be together in community and explore the capacities that can sustain and nourish us, to confront these major intersecting large-scale dynamics that are shaping us and shaping the context in which we do our work in the world. I wanted to just mention that I sit and work and play on land that is stewarded currently by the Amamutsun tribal band, but that was tended for millennia by their forefathers and foremothers, the Upuyi tribe of the Waswas Nation. And as a white woman who was educated by Jesuits, I want to also acknowledge the horrendous history that affected the people on this land, the bloodshed and the genocide. And I personally am committed to being in solidarity with the Amamutsun band as they try to reclaim their heritage and the practices that nourish and sustain this place that I have the honor to call my home. I'm going to take a big breath because even as I say that, I can feel that energy moving through my body. So in the Refresh series this time around, we are looking into the habits of mindfulness. And this week, I wanted to just bring forward this habit that we call non-judgment. Non-judgment is so important that it actually figures in the definition of mindfulness. That is mindfulness as paying attention on purpose in the present moment, non-judgmentally, with loving awareness. Non-judgment doesn't exactly mean refraining from judging. Rather, it's cultivating awareness of the mind's inherent tendency to assign value, and usually value that is polarized, like good, bad, right, wrong, pleasant, unpleasant. And to also then create a story that involves wanting or avoiding about almost every aspect of our experience. And as many of us can intuit, ultimately that can lead to suffering when we're grasping after things that we want, or we're pushing away or avoiding things that we don't want. And this habit of judging kind of casts us into ignorance of the true nature of experience, which is this ever-shifting, impermanent, not personal in a sense that it's not ours alone. Everything is interdependent. And even this notion of a distinct separate self is this grand illusion of the mind. So what are the kind of components that support non-judgment? What comes up for me is discernment and curiosity, and also this willingness to say, not always so. So just to like create more space around these things that we hold as fixed notions. So maybe just like taking a few deep breaths and allowing those little ruminations to land. And as you do so, taking up a posture that is comfortable for you, where you feel both a sense of ease and also just dignity and groundedness. And especially allowing whatever is connected to the earth to draw that stability and vitality up through your legs and your feet. And as you connect there, just really acknowledging you belong. And if it's comfortable for you, I invite you to close your eyes and to bring your awareness to the movement of your breath. Feeling that current of life force as it enters into your body and drawing it down, imagining it spreading all throughout your being. And on the out breath, just releasing and letting go. In the body, letting go of any tension or constriction or holding. In the mind, any stress or strain or worry. And in the heart, any heaviness. Breathing in space, vitality, and breathing out. Just opening up your awareness to feel the whole body sitting. Your body in community with these other bodies. Just allowing your attention to ride that current of the breath. As if it was connected to a wave coming up on the shore and then receding. Perhaps inviting a lengthening of the out breath, extending it so it's twice as long as the in breath. And perhaps noticing if your attention has shifted, has taken up your to-do list or shifted to some pain in the body. And with great kindness, just gently recoupling your attention to the breath. The breath as it moves in through the nose and travels down into the inner reaches of your body. And if tension or rigidity has crept back into the shoulders or the jaw, the brow, just again inviting a letting go, a making room, a release. As you breathe in, simply being aware of breathing in, savoring the inflow of nourishment. And as you exhale, simply letting go, making space. Nothing to do but just pause and be here in this moment with kindness. Just aware of the mind's tendency to generate thoughts, to classify and judge, to to sort. And just for this moment, laying that aside and allowing the awareness just to ride that beautiful inflow and outflow of the breath. With each breath, this invitation to begin again, to drop the thinking, the judging, and simply return the awareness to the simplicity of the flow of breathing. And in these next few moments of our practice, just calling to mind someone or some situation in your life that you've labeled as troubled, challenging, problematic. And just for these next few moments, working with that phrase, not always so. Almost as if you could pull out the camera lens and expand the aperture, take a wider view, see more of the whole. Not always so. Just allowing room in your awareness awareness for the sounds, the images, the thoughts. Just silently repeating that, not always so. And now gently laying down that practice and allowing your awareness to again connect with the movement of the breath, feeling the breath. And as we come toward the end of our practice, just adding gratitude to the breath, as if you were breathing in gratitude for this precious life, the gift of all the creatures that nourish and sustain you, this web of relationship in which we find ourselves. And on the out breath, sending out that gratitude for all the people with whom we share this human journey. People we know and people we don't know. People we love and whom we're trying to love. Breathing in gratitude, sending out gratitude. Allowing the flow of another couple very deep breaths as you gently invite some small movement in your body and your fingers, your toes, perhaps nodding your head up and down and giving a little turn from side to side. And if you like, reopening your eyes and joining this little communion of squares. Marvelous. It's great to see those faces, and maybe in these last couple minutes together, just a little lightning round. If you want to say one or two words for how your mood is right now. My mood is effervescent because the birds outside my doorway, whom many of you probably heard, just sound like joy with feathers on it. I'm going to pass it off to Triti since she's in the square right beneath me. Send out a follow-up email on Tuesday and hope to see you all next week. But yeah, be kind to yourself.